The Western African nation of Liberia has received the first round of third country deportees from the United States. The plane full of roughly 20 deportees landed on Thursday. U.S. officials tell CBS News some of the passengers actually refused to deboard upon landing. The Trump administration has brokered deals with at least 35 countries to deport people to places where they have no ties. Liberia has agreed to take up to 1,200 third country deportees from the U.S. over the next year. CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins us now. Camilo, this wasn't the smooth process that perhaps the Trump administration thought it might be. What happened with people refusing to deboard?
Yes. Our understanding is that, according to U.S. officials, some of the deportees who hailed from countries like Brazil, Cuba, Venezuela, not from Liberia or any other African country, refused to deplane, probably because of the desperation and the concerns about being deported to a country where they have no ties, Lana, where they don't speak the language, and where they don't have any connections or relatives. And that is, in many ways, the objective by the Trump administration, to send a message to people in the country illegally or who are thinking of coming here illegally that not only could they face deportation to their home country, but potentially they could be sent to a far-flung country, including in Africa, where they have no ties, no relationships, and where they could be effectively stateless, in limbo. And so Liberia has said that it will treat these migrants compassionately, but of course many don't want to be deported to Africa. The U.S. officials that I spoke to say that they will continue these operations because they believe that they are working in the sense that they are deterring illegal immigration.
So what is the plan then? If you are a migrant from a country that speaks, well, in Liberia it's English, but
sure,
that has no ties to that country, what is supposed to happen when you get there then?
It's a critical question. Let me give you an example. I just spoke to a man this morning, actually, from Cuba who had fled the repressive regime there in Havana in 2016, was working in Florida, was arrested by ICE last year, and was deported to the Central African Republic in July of this year, and has remained detained in a hotel with 20 other men from countries like Russia, Serbia, Ecuador, Vietnam, also Peru, and other nations that are not, again, the Central African Republic. They're stateless, they're in limbo, they have no mechanism right now to challenge their deportation to come back here or to their home countries. In many cases, they don't want to return to their home countries because they fled political persecution. And it's also important to note that the Central African Republic is one of the most dangerous places in the world. In fact, the U.S. State Department says, Lana, that no American citizens should travel there under any circumstance because of the widespread insecurity there.
Well, thank you for keeping an eye on all of this, Camilo. We appreciate you.